Hi guys, this is Stever here, and in this video I'm going to explain how I managed to farm 2 Mythic Uniques in less than 3 hours from scratch, meaning that I only used the materials that I got from the farm. I didn't use anything that I had previously, and I definitely didn't buy anything from outside websites. Now, a bit of a disclaimer at the beginning. I'm not saying that if you try out this farm, you are guaranteed to get 2 Mythic Uniques in 3 hours, but I am saying that this is a very efficient Mythic Unique Item farm. I believe it is the best Mythic Unique Item farm out there, and I think this is the way to maximize your chances for a Mythic Unique. I will try to be as concise as possible, and you'll be seeing the timer on the screen so you can tell which part of the 3-hour farm we are in currently. Let's go! So in the first 2 hours you want to be farming the Helltide on the highest difficulty that you can handle. There's 2 reasons for that. Number 1, the tortured gifts. Inside the Helltide there are these chests called the tortured gifts, and these contain multiple useful things. First of all, they have living steel inside them, and this living steel can be used to summon Grimoire. The amount of living steel a tortured gift contains depends on the price to open that tortured gift. So for example, a gift that costs 250 aberrant cinders to open will have 8 to 12 living steel inside it. Cheaper tortured gifts contain less living steel. Besides living steel, it's very useful to open these chests because they contain baleful hearts. These baleful hearts are the ones that you can see on the top left side of the screen, and they are used to summon the Blood Maiden. Baleful hearts can also be dropped by several other monsters inside the Helltide with a low chance. So far you're farming aberrant cinders inside the Helltide and opening as many of these tortured gifts as possible. The second important thing inside the Helltide is summoning the Blood Maiden. This is useful because the Blood Maiden drops Exquisite Blood, and Exquisite Blood will be used to summon Lord Zir. So whenever a Blood Maiden is summoned, go there and kill her for the Exquisite Blood and also for the aberrant cinders that the surrounding mobs drop. The amount of the Exquisite Blood you get from a Blood Maiden depends on how many baleful hearts you contributed to summoning her. So, if you didn't contribute any baleful hearts, then you will get 2 Exquisite Bloods. In addition, you will get an extra 6 Exquisite Bloods per baleful heart you commit to the summoning of the Blood Maiden. So, if you commit all 3 baleful hearts, then you will get 2 plus 3 times 6 equals 20 Exquisite Bloods. So the max you can get from one Blood Maiden by contributing 3 baleful hearts is 20 Exquisite Bloods. So your goal is to contribute these baleful hearts that you got from the tortured gifts to summon the Blood Maiden and essentially exchange the hearts for Exquisite Blood. So for the first hour of the farm you're going to do this, and in 1 hour you can pretty easily get 80 Exquisite Bloods and 80 living steel in 1 hour. If you have nothing left to do in the Helltide, so for example if you opened all the tortured gifts, you can do some side activities until the next Helltide starts. So for example you can do the seasonal incursions because you'll get boss materials at the end of it, or you can do the Kurast Undercity with the boss summoning tribute. In the second hour of the farm, you're going to do exactly the same, so farming the Helltide, the Blood Maiden, the tortured gifts, and the boss materials that I previously mentioned. This is the amount of boss materials that I was able to accumulate during those 2 hours of farming. These materials are enough to loot 1 Beastinice, 2 Vershan, 15 Grimoires, and 20 Zirs. And of course, when we kill these bosses, we get materials for the tier 2 bosses as well, so because of that I was able to loot an additional 5 Durias, 8 Andarias, and 2 Supreme Belials. And this is not counting the amounts of mini Belials that I was able to kill that spawn randomly after looting any other boss. So in total we were able to loot more than 50 bosses as a result of this 2-hour farm, not counting the mini Belials. So the last hour of the 3-hour farm only consisted of bossing, and these are the results. On the 10th or so Grigoire kill, a mythic unique dropped. More specifically, it was the Melted Heart of Selig, an extremely useless mythic unique. In addition to that, on the 2nd Zir kill, a mythic unique dropped, and this time it was a Shako with a greater effects on a cooldown reduction. So that was a really good find. All the other bosses, including Belial, Ondoriel and Duriel, did not drop any additional mythic uniques, but I'm pretty sure I was lucky with 2 mythic uniques out of around 50 boss kills, which is a 4% drop rate, and I think in reality the drop rate is way lower than 4%. And that's it. This is how I managed to farm 2 mythic unique items under 3 hours. Let me know in the comments if you have any success using this farm. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks.